Yikáíí Yizhchİ, it means that it has existed forever and it will exist forever in the future. This is the way life is everywhere in the universe and the galaxies and in this life and in the life beyond. Everything, all other laws come from this very basic law. Among our people, we have the traditional teaching of a term that is applied to something that is very important. And the fundamental law is what I'm referring to. In the language of our people, we call it Yikáíí Yizhchİ. And Yikáíí Yizhchİ is something that we were taught and informed about way back in the very beginning in the first world, in the gray world, the black world, where we moved for the very first time. And when you move, that means ina. So the movement is referred to as coming into life or into existence. At that time is when the holy people first reveal to us, their children, the idea that there is a greater law than all the other laws, the laws of the holy people, the laws of nature, the laws that are common, and the laws that are civil. They all come from this one basic law, which is the fundamental law in reference to family. And it even goes back to the very organization of the universe and also of the idea that we have to experience this existence in the third world, the yellow world. And the very first law is that fundamental law, or Yikáíí Yizhchİ, which applies to family and the family values, the fundamental values of family. And that's important because everyone that has an existence here in this world has that experience of a family. And today, of course, the teaching is forgotten and everything is very much corrupt, so we don't have complete families. And families are important, and the way families are produced is, in our traditional teaching, is when a person, a man and a woman, is married, and then they produce children. In our traditional teaching, people are not married until after the young man had at least learned 4 ceremonies. And the young woman is supposed to be able to take care of a household or take care of children or understand the necessities of her responsibility, and the man has to understand his responsibility before they can begin a family. And when they produce offspring, they are required to provide for them. Now, providing for them is just not just the food and clothing, it's also to provide them with the opportunities and that they can experience in life. They provide the home environment, the comforts of food and clothing. And the other thing is they preside over them and teach them the proper things in life and be obedient to the laws of the holy people and the laws that are of nature and the laws that are of the common laws and the civil laws, how to live in a society. And then finally, of course, you have to protect them. When they're very young, you need to protect them from themselves. And so these teachings are very important, and they are called fundamental laws for a reason of how we're supposed to live in this world and in the third world. Being obedient to the laws of the holy people and of nature and the laws that are common and the laws that are civil is just a small part of it. The fundamental law is the very first law that even the holy people are subject to that law. And even the things of nature are subject to that law. So if you look around you, you understand. Even the animals will protect their offspring, even give their life for their children. And so the fundamental law is so very important for us to understand. And in the traditional teaching, they say that we must have a sweat lodge as the net. You must have a hogan bahulongo, so a place where you can put a fire in the hogan and warm it up, and so you have a smoke hole overhead. And so you have an opening to your hogan to the east. All of these are teachings in that they must understand as they live on this world, and those are the things that we are told.